Hey, my little cupcakes. I have a great story. Coqui, the Legend of Couqii. Long ago in Puerto Rico, all the animals, big and small, wondered about whatever they wanted. Life was so easy that the animals didn't have to do much but eat, sleep, nap, and snack. The snakes were slowing down. The pelicans barely flew. The toads seemed slower than usual. And the animals rarely talked to each other. The parrot queen of the forest grew worried, so she called them all together. So they wondered wherever they wanted to go. They went to whatever they wanted to do, but they were not talking, and they were moving so slowly. Let's have a race, she said. One animal will represent each group, and the animals that win, that group will get a fantastic prize. The race will happen right in this spot, 3 days from now, so I suggest you get moving. The parrot queen flew away, but she was always somewhere watching. So the parrot queen said they were going to have a race in 3 days, and whoever won for that group, they would win a fantastic prize. All the animals picked the strongest and fastest member of their group. They started exercising. Caw, caw, said the proudest pelican. Click, click, said the most delightful dolphin. Hiss, hiss, said the slitheriest snake. The turtle just yawned. Oh, no. So they're all started getting ready for this race. Except the turtle might have just yawned. Thwip, thwip, said the most incredible iguano. Brip, brip, said the toughest toad. Squeak, squeak, said the shrewdest shrew. Parrot Queen saw the frogs sitting on the side. They couldn't make a sound at all, and even if they could, they were so tiny, who would hear them? She knew no one paid attention to the frogs, but she hoped they would join the race. The frogs agreed that this was their chance to get noticed. So the Parrot Queen saw all the animals getting ready, but she noticed that the frogs weren't even going to enter probably, so she said, come on, let's try it. You can do this. So they picked the biggest little frog to represent them in the race. For 3 days, the little frog practiced, hopping, jumping, leaping, and he studied the route for the race. He felt like he could win. So the biggest little frog was practicing. He thought maybe he could win if he did everything just right. Finally, it was the day of the race. All the animals were excited and came out to cheer on the racers. The parrot queen flew to a branch of a kopak tree. This tree is the starting line, she said. When you hear the signal, run to the tall palm tree at the left of the river. Then turn around. The first one back is the winner. So she said, you start at this tree, and you go to the palm tree, and the first one back will be the winner. Let's see what happens. On your mark, get set, go! Squawked the parrot queen. The animals took off. The cloud of dust was so high no one could see the racers. So she said, on your mark, get set, go. And there was so much dust, no one could see who was racing. But Frog, he was still sitting there with dust in his eyes. The other animals clapped, cheered, and whistled, but not for the little frog. They didn't even see him. The frog didn't even take off yet, and no one even noticed the little frog. At first, the pelican and the iguana took an early lead. Close behind them were the dolphin and the snake, followed by the shrew and even toad. As expected, the turtle lagged far behind, but not farther than Frog, who was still trying to catch up. Where was he? No one could see him. Where was Frog? No one could even see the frog. Then the dolphin and the snake started to get tired. They slowed down to a crawl. The pelican kept trotting without a care in the world, and the shrew had to take a break because she'd eaten too much for lunch. But where was the little frog? Where was he? So they were tuckering out. But where was the little frog at? They were looking for him. Suddenly, out of the dust appeared the little frog. He went left, he went right. He raced in front of the dolphin. Soon he closed in on the iguana and the pelican. Then he zigzagged around the snake. They were so big, but how was he going to get past them? And that's when he knew what to do. So he had to go around them, and he came up with a plan how to get around them, these big animals. He leaped. With one giant leap, the tiny frog jumped over the iguana and pelican so fast they couldn't believe their eyes. So this tiny frog leaped over the iguana and the pelican. He couldn't believe what they saw. The other little frogs patted their winner. Oh, sorry. He crossed the finish line. Hiss, hiss, said the snake. Twip, twip, said the iguana. Caw, caw, said the pelican. Click, click, said the dolphin. Burp, burp, said the toad. Squeak, squeak, said the shrew. The turtles stretched their necks and looked around. Oh my goodness, so the little frog crossed the finish line first. He was the winner. The other little frogs patted the winner on the back and jumped around silently, since none of them could make a sound. The Parrot Queen flew over. Congratulations, she told the little frog. Now you go. You and your friends will receive a wonderful prize. So they couldn't make a sound, but they were given hand pumps. They were so happy, and the Parrot Queen said, now you'll get your prize. Everyone hushed as the Parrot Queen began to sing, and to their surprise, the little frogs found their voice and began to sing with her. Couqui, 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 said the little frogs as they joined in with her. Couqui. They were singing with the Parrot Queen. But ever since then, when the sun goes down, all the little frogs of Puerto Rico have been heard singing, Couqui, couqui, couqui. And when you hear the little frogs sing at night, remember that you have a voice too. And even if you're little, you can still do big things. So at night you can hear these little frogs now saying, Couqui, couqui. And even if you're little, you can do something big. The end.